Hello friends, I am Swarnim Chandak. How are you all? Hope you all are doing well. Yay, it's almost done. Everyone excited to submit the final assignment? I know it was not an easy task, but Miss Merrily made it easy for us to understand with all the extra effort which she put on the notes and emailed us after each chapter test. I'm sure all the hard work will pay off as each one of you were amazing with all the examples and explanations you posted on discussion board. I'm excited too to submit my final project assignment. My project is my dream home, our dream home, which is prepared by me, Swarnim Chandak. It was a little tricky for me to record my own voice, but I made it, I think so. I'll make it. So I personally feel it's hard to hear our own voice and look at ourselves while recording. But so that's why I'm not putting my video here. So the introduction about my project is this is my final project is this is my final project, which is about moving to a new home and taking along with us all the necessary items and get rid of the items which are not useful or necessary for us. Either we'll do a garage sale or donate the items to the Goodwill before the closing date of our move-in, which is end of August. Either we'll I've chosen for this project. I've chosen Toyota 7 Ways for the house building of our dream home. This project was chosen because I have learned many things in the last couple of months and still learning as the construction is in process until the builder gives the possession of the house, which is due by the end of August. Still months to go and too much to learn in coming days, but we will do it. And trust me, building our own house from scratch was not easy for us, but it's definitely a dream come true and would be biggest achievement of our life. This is important project because it's a first real time project where I am personally working on it from start to the end of the project. I have planned everything in detail. Planning, designing of the house, budget, quality of the furniture and fixtures, appliances, and all the necessary other items which we need for the house. Why this particular project? This is a project which is a real-time project and I am working on it live from scratch, and that too wholly and solely responsible for each and everything. Yes, definitely my husband is with me, but yes, most of the selection is made by me. Building our own home is fun at the same time. It is pain. Because we both do not have much knowledge about building a home. But I think it is good. Every day when you learn something new, it's good. This makes you experience with some or other field. It's a great learning experience for lifetime and a real-time project to achieve as a milestone. We started with the price, but we had to move to the price because I think like everyone wants to start with lower price, but with the time they have to move on with little high so that they can make what they want in their own home. Selection was tough as budget was constrained, but with lot of patience and proper decision we finalized the things. So we use Toyota 7 waste here: waste of waiting, waste of inventory, waste of transportation, waste of production, waste of processing, waste of motion, waste of defects. So these waste we can avoid little bit. How? Like, so I took an example of my furnace area where there are so many things which we need to take along with us. There are things which need to dispose so that we don't take this with us to avoid all those clutter in the new home. We can do also garage sale or donate the items so that can be reused further, and for that I used the red tag, orange tag and the green tag, so to distinguish everything from each other and make it easy for me and the mover to take the items, to load the item basically, so that it can be moved to the new home. And for this I use 5S tool to sort the items which are necessary with the unnecessary one, straighten the required items with the unrequired one, shine the area with getting rid of, disposing the item, cleaning the floor. Standardize it, a place for everything and everything in its proper place. Sustain it with proper checklist to avoid the clutter in the future. What's a case statement? So for my project, the case statement was the best direction for the main entrance as per Feng Shui. So Feng Shui, like we believe in Vastu Shastra. So what's the right direction of the entrance of the house? Where should the master bedroom should be? Looking everything in detail. I wanted to make sure, like, when we are building it from scratch, we build it where we want our master bedroom, where we want our kitchen, office area, kids room. So, and we had the budget for the entire house too. How big the house should be as square footage wise, how much finished basement we need, how to give the living space bigger and brighter look, which are the good brands to consider when selecting the appliances, wood flooring, carpet, stones, faucets, fixtures, etc. How to use money wisely and fairly, so nothing is left behind for future. What is problem statement here? The problem statement is, this is the first time as we are building house from scratch, so me and my husband do not have much knowledge about everything. Then going over budget for sure. Little changes in the layout cost us more, as there are limited standards options for us. So whenever we have to ask them to change or give us the more option, that was considered as an upgrade and costed us more. And trust me, visualizing things is very, very hard. See, people cannot visualize things until unless they see it live. So what's the project justification? So for us, project justification for improvement was, like, we increased our budget so that we do not have to compromise on our important selections like cabinet, appliances, fixtures, light, faucets, carpet, stones, etc. Entire square footage of the house, we, like, when we selected the layout, the square footage was different, so we increased the square footage too, and we wanted that it should be used wisely without considered as extra space in the future. Each selection should match or goes in the contrast to the other without looking odd at the end. This will also help us to learn how to stay focused and tuned. As the work in progress moves further, visualizing things would be easy. If changes require, the completion of the house can do before if changes required, can do before the completion of the house, so we do not have to pay extra for labor charges. A minimum of 3 project goals. So our project goal was the investment. Whatever we are investing should be used wisely. I did not wanted the money to be wasted in renting out apartment or condo. So I finally decided we should buy our own house, or move or construct our own house. It will also help to maintain the safety and security of our family. I follow 5S tool to prepare a complete checklist of the items to be taken along in the new home. This would help me to avoid unnecessary inventory to tag along. Stay within the budget goal and to use the entire footage of the house wisely. Project stakeholders and project team. So as I'm working on this project all by myself, so there was no team as such. However, my family, husband and my kids are definitely a project stakeholders here, and they boost my motivation and bring positive vibes in me. The lean tool, and why this tool was chosen for this project. I chose 5S tool for my project as it will help me to create clean and orderly project and great design for our new home. It will also help us to focus and use all the 5S tool right from the packing and moving from the existing home to a new home. Data for the project success, like the sort, straighten, shine, all the basically to follow all the 5S tool and proper checklist to avoid unnecessary item to add and take more space from the existing house to a new house. So these are the couple of pictures which I have put on my PowerPoint as like from the furnaces area. Basically it's like before I try to finalize things like which should be go along with which should not, and with this also I was able to clean my basement furnace area basically. So these, like after moving here and there the stuff, then putting the stuff like symbolizing with the green tag so that I know what is important for me to take along with me and what not. So green tag here, then the orange tag. So these the strollers and the jumpers and the car seats, everything has to be donate or dispose it of. I'm sorry. So because my kid is now big enough to use all this thing. So what's the conclusion for this? So I believe time management is very important here. If we are organized, detailed and planned, things can work out easily. We need to be active and attentive all the time. Keep the things at the place to avoid clutter in the future, which is very important, trust me. Otherwise, it is hard to clean, sort and set the things to the proper place, be it home, office, workplace or any other area. Thank you so much for listening this audio video basically. And all the best friends with your final project and for the career in the future. And thank you, Miss Merrily, for all your help and support. Thanks.